I did another Japanese tool haul and picked up some tools that I liked, and for a very specific reason. They're going to be much more lightweight than other tools, or at least it's supposed to be. We'll do a test here. We'll kind of see how they look and size-wise they are, but also put them up against some pretty standard similar wrenches that Craftsman offers. But let's get into it. Let's let you guys see this pretty unique Japanese tool set right now. So inside we have a company here, and I might butcher it, but I'm going to call them Asahi. Asahi tools, and this tool set is called the light tool. They make different types of tools. They make standard versions, but this is their light tool, and I think it's pretty self-explanatory. They wanted to make this tool set as light as possible so that you could carry it easily. And it's going to be a 6-piece set. I can't read all that says there. It is made in Japan, which is something I like to see because Japanese do a great job building their tool sets. And then this is the Japanese certification, which I believe is a pretty high certification level that they have, and not everyone gets it, so pretty cool to see that as well. And anyways, the tool roll itself is fairly nice. It's a nylon one. It's actually a little bit more fibrous than I think a lot of tool rolls, but it seems to be good quality, and it has the hooks here for the side if you want to hang it from the wall or even run a lanyard through it, or what have you. So let's take a look at it right now and see kind of what each one of these look like for you. Let's start the big side for you so you can see the actual details. And as you see here, it is very streamlined. There is not much to this. They go ahead and they remove all of the material here during the forging process. And this is going to be chrome vanadium. There is the JIS mark and T3 made in Japan. And your only one size location is going to be up here where it says light tool Asahi, and it's going to be 19 millimeters. Now this area here is going to be a little more coarse, so definitely for gripping wise, you're going to feel that. It's actually weird too when you grip it, you feel your hand kind of fall through there a little bit. It's a little weird, but it's okay. You have a 12-point box end here. That all looks great. That's really well broached. Yeah, that's really good. You have this light taper too. Centered wise, looks good. You can see where they came here and finished off the head. Yeah, it looks good. I think the only little bit of extra material you'll see is on this side here in the forging process. That could have been cleaned up. It's a little bit better, but not bad. You see the machine work inside here in the mouth. And then a neat little feature they did is they removed all the material to kind of shrink up this head, but it still has the strength there. So it has that, right, that kind of riser, if you want to call it that. And then, I also noticed too, they leave a little bit of a bevel. So as you put a larger bolt on, so as you place a bolt on there, it's going to help kind of direct it in. So fitment is good. If you want to see that again, it's kind of like a standard wrench. Here's a perfect way to see the two. You're going to see the 219s of Craftsman, which has a much thicker, larger beam. Even the box end's a little bit bigger. I will note that this is actually slightly larger in this area. The profiles are going to be somewhat similar. Both will have about a 5-degree on the tail end here. I do like that this radius is up in there deeper, whereas say a Craftsman, you don't get all that extra clearance if you're trying to go over a fastener and still get clearance. I like that they've done that here with this set. That's nice and clean. I like that. Now, for the fun of it, let's go ahead and take a dimension on the inside and just see what that comes out as. 19.14, so fairly tight. Just for reference to Craftsman, and this is the Chinese Craftsman, so not a perfect example. I know I got my other ones elsewhere, but these ones are the first ones that popped up. Yeah, you're like 2.3 for the Chinese version. So much tighter tolerances out of this version. Also, while we're at it, why not just take a weight reading and see what the difference is? 0.286 ounces. Versus 0.512. So half, virtually half the weight. And granted, it's not exactly the same length. It's a little bit shorter, but you still get plenty of leverage off of that guy. So that's pretty neat to see. Like, you could lose all that weight and still keep all that strength. Now, is it going to be as strong if you're really putting the beans to something, guys? No. Physics still apply. You cannot retain the same amount of strength by taking less material out of the space. So I wouldn't use this for really heavy applications, but say you want to carry something on you that's light and easy to pack in, say your backpack, or you want pack it on your bicycle, or you want to pack it on your motorcycle, or you throw it in your car. You want a really light set, or you want the ability to actually hang and maybe loop this through several ones. Like, you could take this whole set and start stacking them together. And maybe you want to run a carabiner or what have you. Or maybe you want to run a zip tie if you want to keep this like a permanent set. And you could just stack all these super thin and close as needed. And you keep your set nice and thin if you really want to. So that is an option. But yeah, the idea of this is you want to have mobility, but you want to be able to carry tool set. Maybe you're traveling too. Maybe you have to throw this on a plane and you need to go somewhere, but you have weight restrictions. Great, you have a much lighter set. Now the downside to it, I would say, is one, if you're doing really heavy turning on these, yeah, you're going to be limited. You could potentially ruin or damage them. They're not necessarily made for that. And the other one is the size run. You're 19, 17, 14, 13, 12, and 10. I don't think I saw another set. They do have stubbies as well, and I'll put a link, obviously, to these in the description below. But you're going to be limited to these sizes that are available to you. And now, if that works for you, great. For me, as far as my Japanese vehicles, this really hits the whole gambit for me. If I need to have something that catches all those items, 15 is kind of one that I'd probably like to have in there as well. But this will do. Let's go ahead. Let's test out the 14 and the 10. We'll actually just inspect them here real quick for you. We can do a side by side again. You know, the 10 millimeter versus 10 millimeter. I do like that the head's just a little bit bigger. In this case, like a little bit longer. You get a little bit longer purchase on fasteners. Just a little bit of play, but you get a little extra purchase on them, which is nice. Whereas with, say, this one, still works, a little bit of play. Good to get a measurement. So we'll start first with the Craftsman. So 10.11 we got down to. Wow. 9.99 there. .01, like that is tight. It luckily doesn't show it on here. Like, it still has play on the fastener, just a little bit. But that is a really tight tolerance. And again, the Japanese, like, they are all about quality control. You can look inside there. Yeah, it looks great. See if I can bend it or not. Just a teeny bit. Not really. But that's so feather light. Weight of this one's going to be 48 ounces versus 0.118. So significantly lighter than that. We'll go one more. Let's do the 14. 14 millimeter. 0.116. That weighs as much as this. This weighs less. The 14 millimeter weighs less than the 10 millimeter. Go figure. And 0.286, so significantly lighter. So that's the point, guys. Is I want to show you guys this set. It's definitely catered towards if you are maybe more so a mobile mechanic or mobile technician working on things. Maybe you're an air conditioning electrician, and you need a set that's light, that's easy to carry. It's easy to throw this all together. I can put it all together here real quick, and I'll show you guys how much the whole set weighs by itself. So all together, yeah, 1.042 pounds. It's going to be 1 pound for all those wrenches. Whereas if you did it the opposite, it's probably going to be at least double. I bet you it's going to be closer to 3 pounds if you run all those same ones out of the Craftsman setup. So yeah, great way to reduce weight. And if you guys are interested in something like that, this is the way to do it. So where do you find it? Amazon. Amazon's going to have the ability. You can buy it from Amazon Japan, and or there's a local retailer that delivers the same like next day, like one day right now currently, and they'll be pricing for both in there. I'll link it for you so you can see what works best for you. But pricing right now is about, on the low end, about $63, if not it's up closer to $69. So a little bit more on the expensive side, but you're paying for a very exclusive set that is extremely light and very easy to transport. And I kind of like the idea of having these kind of empty bare beams, so you have that flexibility and actually a little bit added dexterity as well. But what do you guys think? Is this a cool set? Is it worth grabbing onto, or is this a hard pass? Love to hear your guys' thoughts. Please leave them down below, and as always, thanks for watching. We'll talk to you soon.